Well, look who's here. I am Matt, and this is Tracy. This is the Gray&DayShow, and you're all amazing people. And Tracy, what a week we've had.
Yeah, some amazing things have been happening this week. You're amazing. Yeah. Since we last talked, the Olympics have wrapped up. We also had Random Acts of Kindness, which is one of my favorite days as well, happen. And one of your favorite days, your birthday,
My
a couple
birthday
days
happened.
ago, Matt.
Yeah, my birthday was on the 21st of February, just a few days ago, on Monday.
Oh, and you turned years old. How did it feel to be?
Well, I didn't mind turning. It was okay. A lot of people say it's tough when you turn, but I didn't find a problem.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
In fact, I should get the blue buzzer of joy for my birthday.
You bet. But then we have to explain what the blue buzzer is. So for this show, we like to have it as an escape for you. We know that you see all the negative stories in the news, and we've been through a pandemic, and there's just so much going on right now. So this is just for a nice escape for you to enjoy yourself, maybe have a few laughs, have some fun, and kibitz with us. And
so when we talk during the show, if at any point Tracy or I say a word that's negative, with Tracy we would get the orange buzzer if I said, But if we said something nice like, I called a friend, or I bought someone a flower. Then they would get the blue buzzer.
Yeah, I like that.
Of joy.
Okay.
I think that's only fair. So anyway, good birthday. It was good.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Well, so anybody celebrating their birthday in February, happy birthday to you. And you're sharing it with Matt.
You can have your birthday in February. You just can't have my day. That's my day. I don't share it. I don't share it with anybody.
Matt.
I do not share my day.
Oh, okay. No. Well, I happen to know some celebrities that you share your birthday with. We've got Kelsey Grammer. Yeah, and he started on Cheers, and then he got his own spin-off from it.
He can share because he's bald.
Okay, that's fair.
But that's it. I cut off at that. He is
bald, so that's fair. William Baldwin, Sophie Turner, if you're a Game of Thrones fan like I am. Yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt. It's her birthday this month as well.
Alan Rickman, he passed away, but we don't forget him. He's a great He was a great actor.
Was he amazing?
Yeah, Harry Potter, but I loved him in Die Hard.
Yes.
He was the bad guy.
He was the bad guy in the first Die Hard.
In the first Die Hard. Was it the best one? When Bruce Willis had hair then.
That's right.
He did.
So we're not going to celebrate his birthday because he has hair.
No, I like Bruce Willis too, though. Yeah. And also, of course, the Peter III of Russia. Everyone knows that.
Wow. How could you forget him?
February 21st. And I saved the last, best for last. My mom loved Irma Bombeck. Yeah, Life is a Bowl of Cherries, all those books. She loved Irma Bombeck. And Irma is passed away back in 1996.
Yeah, I was going to say, you really don't like to share your birthday because the only celebrities you talked about have passed away. But happy birthday. No,
but they're all great. They're all
great.
It's good to remember them. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Did not see that coming.
Oh my goodness. Great. All right. Well, another thing that's going on right now, we are wearing pink shirts today because it is Pink Shirt Day.
Yeah.
And that was actually started in Canada. So shout out.
Yeah.
It was kids at a school in Nova Scotia, and there was a boy who was bullied for wearing a pink shirt. And so they wanted to stand up against that. So they grabbed 75 pink tank tops, and they asked people around the school and community to wear the tank tops to support it. They were hoping to get 75 people wearing them. Over 800 people wore pink shirts that day, and that's become a big thing now. They did that back in 2007, but now just last year alone, 180 countries celebrated Pink Shirt Day. So it's become a big thing, which is great because it's to help give awareness for bullying, and then hopefully to eventually one day to end bullying.
It still goes on. I have a family member who said she was with a girl, a friend of hers, who is in, I think, in grade 8 or grade 9. And the girls went in the locker, just recently, and poured a bunch of stuff inside the locker, just to ruffle it. Yeah. And online, too. Online is huge. So kindness online has got to we got to raise that bar. For sure.
So hopefully you're wearing your pink shirts today. If not, put the word out. Let's do as much anti-bullying campaigning as we can do.
Yeah, and all year long, of course, we want to be kind to those. So shout out to Nova Scotia. 2007, you started that.
That's right.
You get the blue buzzer. And bullying, you get that.
That's right. That's what you get.
Not cool. But you experience it in school.
Oh,
and so did I. And I even did some. I bullied. I did it in school. It was horrible.
Yes, you were telling me about that. Yeah. I didn't realize what a bully you were. But
I wasn't that. But I did. I think we all sort of did at some point bully. Yes. Yeah, not good. Not good. But and in those days, I don't remember that we had anything in place to talk to kids about that. Like that was, for me, that was like the late 70s, early 80s. There was nothing. There was no campaign. There was no one saying, hey, you just kind of fight it out and stuff. And sometimes that worked. But I think it's better when we can actually have those conversations
Yeah, and so that's
around
what the
that.
pink
So-
shirts are for, is get that conversation going.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
You know, another thing though, Tracy, is I'm no longer a vegan.
You're not a vegan anymore.
I've stopped.
You did that for what, 21 days?
Yeah,
You
I
ate
did
a
21
vegan
days
diet?
vegan thing, but I also took out coffee. I took out any white flour. I took out sugar. I took out alcohol. Took out chocolate. I stopped everything just to see if I could do it.
Well, and then what was the vegan part of it?
Well, the vegan part of it was taking out the meat, taking out the dairy products as well. And I got to say, I felt better. I had my first burger last night with some friends.
Because vegan is all products that come from an animal. Like
Yeah,
even honey? Was that one
Well,
as well?
no, so I'm a vegan-ish.
Honey stayed.
But you know, the first few days, first day was like, I got this. But day 2 and day 3, ask my wife, I was a grumpy bear. The sugar was gone,
believe
everything's
it.
gone, and no
Yeah.
coffee. I was 4 or 5 cups a day, gone.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I learned all these cool vegan recipes. It was very cool, good experience. And well, the one thing I did was my water. Yeah, so I'm
What
going
did
to
you
show.
do to your water
No,
then?
well, you got to be patient. At the end of the show, I'll show you. I bullied a little bit, did I? I
Yeah,
didn't mean
don't
to.
bully me.
I didn't mean to. But at the end of the show, I'm going to show you what I did to my water.
Okay.
Yeah, I blend my water.
You blend it?
I blend my water.
Okay, I got to hear this.
Yeah,
All right. Well, in the meantime, we're going to blend on into our next segment.
I love this part.
And this one is the pun of the day for you.
And Tracy, you take it today.
Yeah, I got this one this week. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
What 4-letter word sport starts with the letter T?
Tennis. No.
Nope, that's too many letters.
There's no,
Drum roll.
yeah, really. I don't know. I have no idea.
Golf
Golf tee. That's
starts with a T.
okay. Okay, I get it.
All right.
Starts with a T and ends with beer. Okay.
That's right.
The thing I like about golf is the word four.
Four.
And this is our 4th show, so 4 is what our shout-out is.
Right? So that all
out today.
blends too.
Very well, yeah. Okay, good one. I like it. Yeah, and do send those to us. We love it when we get a pun of the day from some of you folks. Some great ones come in. So keep sending those in. We love
like
the comments.
That's
I
right.
like it
And
a
now
lot.
we've got Ticker Talk.
TikTok's cool. I love that. Lots
That's right.
this week.
Yeah, we talk
in that.
about stuff that's going on in the news right now, things that are happening. Obviously, Olympics are one of the biggest
right on the
things
top.
to hit the news. And we've got a really good number of medals. Like, we're so proud of our Canadian athletes.
Yeah.
We came in 11th overall.
Okay, Tracy and I have been fighting about this all morning. I say it's 4th. Well, look at this chart here. So
we're 11th, it says.
no, but it says 11th if you added up like I don't know, like how many golds, and then you give a point value.
That's
So,
right.
yes, so
Yeah, 'cause
technically-
how the Olympics adds it up is you get more points if you get a gold, and then silver is fewer, and then bronze is fewer.
Right.
So according to the point system, we are 11th place.
But if you look at the totals, 26th place actually puts us
for
in
26 medals.
for 26. Oh, right, puts us in 4th.
Yeah.
26 medals. So I'm thinking I'm going with 4th. You're staying with
Okay.
11th. We're
All right.
going to fight that out. But here's to Norway.
And
You
I like
know.
the 4 for our show.
Absolutely.
For our show.
We're 4th. Got
That's
it.
right. Yeah.
So Norway just sailed ahead, like 16 gold medals. They're like, this
Yeah.
is our year.
Yeah, they
just went
really
to it.
did well.
They're still whaling, so not good, but
No.
they're going to cut that out.
But yeah, a big shout out to our Canadian athletes who went over to the Olympics. For everyone who took part in it on behalf of Canada, big shout out to you guys.
And especially the women, Canadian women gold. Awesome
Amazing.
job. Sarah Nurse there. That's Darnell's
Nurse from
Darnell's
the Oilers.
sister. Yeah, she's amazing. And they did great.
Did they ever?
Oh, yeah.
No,
So cool.
They got Team Canada captured women's Olympic hockey gold. So way to go for them. We'll give one more extra buzzer for that.
Yeah.
And added to our medals, putting us in 11th or 4th place, depending on how you look at it.
Tracy.
Depending on how you look at it. Now, is it just me, though?
No,
I
it
do
is
have
just
to
you.
ask this question because now that we're talking about the Olympics, their mascot, that thing that they were giving to the athletes.
I got it here. Look at it.
Yeah,
There
bring
it
that up. Is that creepy, or is it just? Am I just seeing it? Or
Why is it creepy
cute?
to you? Why does it
in
bother
the
you? Like you've been
comments
losing sleep
if you-
over this mascot.
Do you agree with me that it looks really creepy? Well, it looks like it should be cute and cuddly, but
Yeah.
then they surround it with these spiky, pokey, sharp-looking things. Like, so
Okay, the
what do you
spiky
do with it?
that
do you
gets
just
that,
hold
but
it? Do you like use it to garden with? Like I
How
really
do you
don't
wash it?
get.
Clink, 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 clink.
I really don't know. It kind of creeps me out.
I don't understand it. Yeah. So Tracy is bothered.
That's right.
Sufficiently bothered by the mascot. What do you think? Send us a note. Creepy, creepy or cute?
That's right. To put in your comments, do you think it's creepy or cute?
Yeah. What I thought was we talked about random acts of kindness earlier. We talked about that, and I think that's a cool thing because that's this month as well, right? So
that's right.
But cool with the whole bullying, we want to make sure that we're doing kind things to others. And I want to tell you mine that happened.
Yeah, you said you had a story for me.
Well, one I got rooked into being kind. I did.
You got rooked into.
I went to the store and I bought all my groceries on the 21st. And so I got all the stuff and it goes through the line. And then at the very end, I pay for it. It's like, oh, that's weird. It's like $12. That's just for a couple of little things like onions and stuff. And then a piece of like frozen meat, the rolled up ground beef rolls up. And I'm like, I said, this isn't mine. She goes, oh, you paid for it. And I see the guy who's just leaving the store coming back. Well, that's his beef. He forgot to pay for it.
Oh, she rang it through on yours.
Yeah. So I kind of got rooked in. I said, you know what? I got it. I got the beef. It's my birthday. I got the beef.
Aww,
and I mean, it's $5.
nice.
It's not a big deal, right? So I sort of got rooked in, but I'm glad I could do it. He was so happy. And she goes, you know, we need more of this.
We do.
That's what she said in the store. I was like, yeah, you're right. But before I'd gone
to say it like that.
Did I say it like that?
Yeah, it's kind of lower. She could have said.
Are you kidding me?
It was almost a Godfather.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, you got to do more of this. That was pretty good, right?
That is pretty good. Where do you come from?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Are you talking to me? You talking to me?
Michael.
So, okay, so here's the part where it happened to me, though. I went to the London Drugs over in the West End, and I wanted to get this photo blown up as well. So I'd done one, and it was wrong. It didn't get done properly, and so I went and loaded up another one. It says not going to be ready till tomorrow. So I asked the lady. She said, "Oh, we'll have it ready at noon tomorrow." I said, and all I said was I kind of whined. I said, "It's my birthday." She says, "Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Can you wait 30 minutes?" I'm like, "Yes, 30 minutes." Not even that. She had it done for me. It's beautiful. So a random act of kindness was done to me, and I got rooked into one as well. But
all right. Well, if you've had any acts of kindness done to you this month, or I guess just a good story on one, we love all your good stories, make sure to put it in the comments below. We'd like to hear them.
Tracy, I'm going to sip my boiled blended water.
Yeah, you still have to tell us that story.
So good. I will tell you at the end. Speaking of water, frozen water, windrows. We've been going on about windrows.
Oh, my goodness. Because that's such a thing in Edmonton at this time of year. It's
so
every year. It's a problem. And you can't park anywhere because there's these big, massive piles of ice, dirt. Like, they're not even pretty looking. At least you could make it look like an ice sculpture or something would help. And it makes it so you can't park anywhere. It takes up our streets. It's terrible.
And we're across from the school. So, as a reporting, I mean, that kind of congestion is not good at 8 o'clock in the morning. So hats off and shout out to our counselor. I'm going to tell you about him in a second, but check out this little video here. Our counselor gets an award. So this is yesterday morning, and there they go. Those were there for, well, you saw in the other videos in the last show.
Yeah. Look at them,
so
fast in action, because I haven't been able to park.
So the award, the 2022 Windrow
in front of your studio
Award goes to the great, the one and only, Andrew KNACK from West Edmonton, yeah. So Andrew, good job on getting the windrows going. So Andrew gets this for sure. And you're right. You haven't been able to park. You had to park in the back.
Yeah, I've been parking in the back, and that's been icy. And so this is nice. I got to park out front. It was like VIP service today.
You did great. So shout out to Andrew KNACK, our counselor. Good job.
Wow, another shout out. Okay.
Yeah, he's getting lots today.
Woo, okay.
Getting lots.
Well, now that it's a little easier to get out on the streets with some of these windrows being taken away, we decided to take our show out on the street. So right out of the studio, and we decided to make it a little field trip for Gray & Day. Go to a cool cafe.
Cool cafe. Here it is. So this is Bosco, La Bosco.
There I am. Look at me going through there.
Walking in there. They got a live wall. It's so cool. And I think, Tracy, what you liked about this was the lighting in there.
Oh, I love it. Every really nice. Shot that we took, the lighting is so nice. Like we didn't do anything to get a good shot. Just all of them really were. Oh, there's me eating.
Look at the lighting off my forehead. It's incredible. It's stunning.
The food was so good. So La Bosco is where we decided to go because we'd been hearing such good things about it. That soup that I'm actually eating right there, and it had like layers of pastry on it. It's tomato soup was all. It's the fanciest tomato soup that I have ever seen in my life. Coffee, of course, delicious. You had the peppermint tea, which you said
my
was
favorite
spectacular.
is this rock wall. They've got this rock wall. When you get your cream, they're part of it there. You'll see it in this next shot. it goes up, 15 feet
Yeah.
of rock in case if that thing ever broke open. Very dangerous.
Very dangerous, yeah.
You get a lot of rock.
I have a feeling it's pretty secure, though.
It looks very secure.
Very
so
cool.
Labosco, yeah, go on Instagram, Labosco Cafe, and check them out. 10413 79th Avenue in the heart of Old Strathcona.
Yeah, and it's a bakery as well, and they've got some really cool foods. Like there's a croissant waffle, which is called a croffle, right? And that's just fun to say.
Yeah.
You'd want to order it just because it's fun to say, let alone it looks delicious.
You can order cakes online too.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can order your cake and eat it too.
Who doesn't want to order a cake online?
It looks so good.
For your birthday, right? That would be perfect. So keep that in mind. And we just wanted to give a shout out to some local businesses in Edmonton. And the cafe was a really great one to go check out.
Yeah, we'll be doing that more. If there's a cafe in your neighborhood, you say, hey, you guys got to check this out. And here's why. Yeah. We'd love to go because a lot of those cafes, they give a lot of them will give a lot of money away to certain organizations within the city, charities and things like that. So good news stories about cafes. This is an agenda so that we can go out and have coffee.
Or at least we hope they give money to charities around Edmonton. Yeah, if you know a local business that you'd like to give a shout out to as well, throw it in the comments and maybe we'll do a Gray&Day field trip there.
Yeah, we love doing that, celebrating things going on around the city and around our province. So.
All right. And then that brings us into praises for phrases where we have phrases that most of us use. They pop up in our daily conversations, but we don't necessarily know where they came from. They don't always make sense. Sometimes they're quite silly or very strange, but yet we end up using them anyway.
And they have a weird history, often a very strange history.
Like, that's right.
The one this week is 4 sheets to the wind.
Yeah. I mean, we refer to that when somebody looks really drunk, when they're kind of staggering. Oh, he's got to be 4 sheets to the wind.
Like college, before you write your exam, 4 sheets to the wind would
Matt
be.
just had his birthday.
Just had my birthday. No, I had one beer. I had a beer yesterday. I haven't had beer like in a month.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. So,
okay. All right. So he wasn't 4 sheets to the wind on
no
his
sheets
birthday.
To the wind.
Maybe you were. So if you were wondering where that term came from.
So if you are into studying the history of sailing, this is actually where that term came from. They say that the ropes that are used on a ship to trim the sails would be called sheets. So if those broke loose, the trim would change, and that rope would then be thrown to the wind. So if like 4 of those were to the wind, your sail's actually loose, and then your boat's doing this. So your like 4 sheets
staggering like
are
it's
to
drunk.
The wind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think that's fair. I think that's the encyclopedia online. They don't lie.
That's
lie.
right.
No.
If you find it online, it's clearly always the truth. Never a reason to question what you find online.
I love we can blame and shame the internet. It was the internet's fault. We can just shame.
That's right.
We bullied the internet.
We give it credit for helping us find that information, then we totally
if it's wrong,
shame it.
Blame
That's right.
them.
Yeah,
so,
blame the internet. Do not trust everything you read online.
Tracy told me a story a couple of weeks ago I didn't know. And I think it's a great story. And that brings us to our Gray Matters this week. So I love this story. And Tracy, take it away.
Yeah, well, and we've got some great footage to show you here in a minute as well. My dad is Discount Jim, or was Discount Jim. And so for the 70s, 80s, 90s, anyone who grew up in Edmonton, you'd know him as Discount Jim. And it was Discount Jim's furniture store, and he was the spokesperson for it.
107th Avenue, 120th Street, right?
That's right. Yeah. And for years, he did the commercials for Discount Jim's. They even named it after him.
Now at Discount Jim's Furniture Clearance Center, rent to own. Rent to own with no interest charges and no credit refused. That's right, no credit refused. Rent to own, refrigerator.
And so my dad passed away 9 years ago, and the building itself was actually torn down years ago. And in its place, they've put up this brand new building. So obviously, after he was gone and then they took the building down, that was quite sad for me. But there is a beautiful building in its place.
There's part of the building right there.
After he passed away, I was told that when I see butterflies in my life, that is my dad coming to say, I'm looking after you and your loved ones. I'm here with you. And so when I see butterflies, it's supposed to be a very good thing. So since then, I've been seeing butterflies in the strangest places. Like my kids and I were playing middle of February in Edmonton, very snowy, very cold. We were playing in a play place at a rec center, and there was a butterfly inside the play place. Right? So
February.
Yeah, very strange place and time to find a
live
live butterfly.
You don't see that in February.
And since then, I have numerous stories like that where I see butterflies all the time. And so I'm driving past this building where Discount Jim's used to be. They put up this brand new building. And what do I see on the side of it? Now, I've driven past it a few times, but I just noticed this the other day because you kind of have to be driving along the one side of it. But if you take a closer look at it, there's this gorgeous mural that's been painted on there. And then if you scroll in a little bit more, look at that. 2 beautiful butterflies on the side of the building. So
That is
for me,
beautiful.
that says that's my dad reaching out saying, hey, how's it going? Still here looking after you and looking after your loved ones. So that was amazing for me to see.
Love reaches out in mysterious ways, and that is very cool.
Yeah, so if you have a loved one that's passed on, but you feel like they reach out to you somehow, some type of symbols or something that you see, put it in the comments. We'd like to hear about it.
Yeah, it becomes very meaningful for us, doesn't it, as we transition through that. Tracy, I love that story. Very cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for the video. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was nice to go out there and film that and be thinking of your dad. And I remember driving by that store for years. And when you told me that, I'm like, your dad's discount
Yeah,
shed?
his big line was, if you don't mind a scratch or a dent, then he'd grab his cowboy hat.
Really?
Yeah, that was his big line.
There's probably stuff on YouTube still.
There is. There's
things,
videos
yeah.
of his commercials
Very cool.
still.
Because your dad was in radio, right?
Yeah, he was a morning show host
Yeah.
at a couple of radio stations here in Edmonton.
So you come by it naturally. That's where you get your skill from.
That's where I like talking in a microphone.
Well, we never lie on this show, and we told you at the beginning that we
That's
were going
right.
to show you why I blend water and this whole thing around water.
Yeah,
So
I'm curious about that.
here's what I do. I take water, kettle it, boil it, kettle it. I'm going to kettle my water. Will you kettle some water for me, please? I'm going to boil my water in the kettle, and when it's boiled, I let it cool down a little while, and then I take a coffee filter, put it in the a jar under it, and I filter it out. Gets any of the calcium that's left in the kettle out. So the water comes out really nice. I mean, that's really...
See, mine is just regular tap water.
Yeah, you haven't earned boiled water yet. And
Right?
see, there
I
is
guess-
a difference. There is a
So is
difference
that
for
like
sure.
VIP water?
see. I'm
compared
gonna give
to
you some later.
My boring tap water?
So I'll do that. And then I read online about oxygenating water. And there's places around the world, like in Lourdes in France, they've got this, the river there, I guess it's supposed to be healing water. And one of the reasons they say that the water might be good for you that way is because it tumbles for miles and miles over rocks. And it's oxygenating all the way down, picking up minerals as it goes. And so by the time it gets to you, it's full of minerals and it's also oxygenated.
Very
they say one of
interesting.
the things you can do is you can put it in a blender. So here I am. I've boiled it. I'm filtering it with a little coffee filter.
To get the calcium out?
Yeah, it gets
from
the calcium
kettle?
out. So that's really nice and clean. So look how pure and clear that water is. Then I put it in the Vitamix.
Yeah.
And it can just be maybe a minute or so. Water gets a little bit warmer. But look at this at the end. You can see the bubbles, and then I drink it right away, and it's got this oxygenated. And I got to tell you,
interesting.
it's smooth. There's something about it.
All right. Do
There's
you
something-
boil and blend your water? Let us know.
Are you?
Never heard of that
Are
before.
you water shaving me? Yes, you are.
No, I'm curious. I'd like to give it a try.
Yeah, so you're gonna try it,
See if I can notice
and
the
then on the
difference.
next show, you can tell the folks was it
That's
that
right.
much better.
The folks.
The folks.
Okay.
You're all
okay,
folks.
the
If you didn't
folks.
know, you're folks.
Well, that will bring us to our next show because this is the end of this one. We hope that you guys had a chance for a good laugh, to have some fun, some interesting stories that we've had as well. Happy birthday to you if it's your birthday this month as
Thank
well,
you.
for the month of February.
And Tracy, on your desk, something's been sitting there the whole time.
Mhm.
So I thought when Tracy
Yes.
brought this backpack in today that it looked like that little mascot we were talking about in the thing.
Does it? Do you think it looks like
Looks
the
like mascot?
Olympics mascot thing? It's actually a stormtrooper.
What? Isn't that
Star
weird?
Wars.
I didn't know. I honestly had no idea. I thought, what is that little teddy bear? Flip it up again one more time. It looks like a stormtrooper upside down is a funny little face.
Yeah, it
I didn't know that.
looks like it could be an
Yeah.
Olympics mascot. It
So-
does, but it's a stormtrooper.
So may the force be with you. Yeah.
Yes, and a good way to do it is by reaching out.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you get a chance to have a good laugh. We need it these days. We need connection because there's so much disconnect that's been
Absolutely.
happening. And make sure that you reach out to others. If you ask someone for help, it's not a sign of weakness. It just means that you're not in this alone. So reach out for help if you need it.
Thanks, everybody. Next show is going to be a birthday theme show.
That's right.
So we're pretty excited about that. Birthdays
Yeah.
for March, so you can send that to all your friends who are having birthdays in March. And we're going to show you different celebrities. We're going to have some fun with that. It'll be a bit of a shorter show.
That's
but
right.
we know you're going to like
So
it.
it's going to be our very first Gray and Day Shorty show.
Shorty birthday show.
That's right. We'll talk to you then. Thanks
Thanks,
for joining
everybody.
us.
See you later.
Bye.